Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw of Insider Travel Report, and I'm here today with Sean Tubman, who's Senior Vice President of Sales for Regent Seven Seas Cruises. And Sean has a sort of big announcement because they're putting out their 2025-26 Voyage collection, and we're going to talk about that. And you're going to find out where they're going, and really, we're getting some really innovative itineraries, and you're going to find out about that and more on Insider Travel Report. Now, Sean, first of all, great to see you. It's great to see anybody these days. I'm traveling so much.
It's great to see you too, James. And I just saw you a couple of weeks ago in Nashville, and here you are. Wait a sec. You went to New Zealand. You just flew from New Zealand to where are you now?
I'm now in Amsterdam, but I did go back to New York on the way. But yeah, so I've been putting in a few miles here, so it's okay. But yeah, I remember that was a great time to see you in Nashville, and now I'm off elsewhere in the world. But you're still there, but I mean, your region's going a lot of places in the world. Talking about me.
We sure are. We're excited. We have the launch debuting, and it's always an exciting time for us and our past guests who look forward to what we're announcing and where we're going and new ports and so forth. So we have the trade live webinar on Tuesday, June 6th at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
And then we have pre-registration on June 7th, and then the season opens on June 21 for reservations.
Wow. So talk a little bit about what the Voyage collection is and kind of some of the highlights of this edition of the collection.
Yeah, it's when we put out our basically a year's worth of new itineraries.
Right.
And it's kind of seems like it's getting further and further out. This one goes from March of 25 through May of 26. And as soon as we put it out, a lot of our past guests jump on it, and they look forward to being the first ones to book for itineraries that far out. We're strategic in our approach. We're always looking at how are we in the best places at the best time of the year. And we have a team of itinerary planners that look at destinations and look at new places we could visit. But of course, you have to have the infrastructure in place to do so. You can't just go to a new port for the sake of doing it. You got to be able to execute. And so they look at these places and monitor, and we're really excited. We've got 164 new itineraries this launch. We've got 29 new ports. We've got 124 overnight stays. And that's something we've been hearing more and more from our past guests, is they want to stay a little bit longer in port, experience the nighttime city, and stay overnight. So we're going to do more of those. The new ports are pretty exciting. We've got 5 in Africa, all in Madagascar, as a matter of fact. Have you ever been there?
I have not. No, that certainly would be appealing to me, having not been there.
Yeah, there you go. I was taking a chance there because you've been everywhere in the world, it seems. But
there are still some places to go, and I guess I got to go on Regent to get
so
them.
you can come with us. You can come with us. So it's off the southeast coast of Africa and fourth largest island in the world, and the flora and fauna there are pretty much all contained, sort of like Galapagos. 90% of the flora and fauna are native to Madagascar.
Right.
How about that, right? So we're going to do 4 in Asia. We're going to do 4 in Australia, 1 in the Caribbean, St. Croix, 2 in the Med. We have Italy and Greece, 2 new ports. And then we have a lot of new ports in Northern Europe. Norway leading the pack. Norway's becoming very popular.
Yeah.
And we have 6 new ports in Norway. 3 in Sweden, 1 in Finland, 2 in Ireland, 1 in Iceland, 1 in Greenland. And as you know, those areas are popular too. The Iceland, Greenland, Faroe Islands, Norwegian fjords lately. So I think it's really, our guests are going to love it. We still do all the popular ports.
Mm-hmm.
We do, Alaska, and we do Caribbean, and we do Med, of course, and South America. but we do a lot more now in Africa, Asia, Arabia, and Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah,
So
well, it sounds
we're
like
really excited.
you're gonna run out of ports soon. I mean, you keep on having to find new ones all the time. I mean, and it seems like you're able to do that all the time, which is pretty amazing. And your team there really must be working overtime to figure
Yeah,
out what ports are going to work, especially as you move the ships around the world.
it's a full-time job, man, but it's very important because our guests have kind of been there, done that, right? They really want to explore new areas and learn about the history and so forth. And so, and even when they go to these ports, they want to do it in a different way. So
Do you ever
it keeps evolving.
survey your guests to see kind of where especially
Yeah,
your
yeah,
long-term cruisers, or your loyal cruisers, I should say, and
right.
find out where they want to go?
We do all the time. We listen to them and they'll tell you. They're not shy.
Now that's great. So you have all this incredible collection coming up, but yeah, you also it's interesting because you've had some real record-breaking launches lately, especially with your world cruises and some other cruise collections. Tell us a little bit about those and why you think bookings are really breaking records these days for those special longer cruises.
Yeah, thanks to our travel partners, we've broken 10 records since 2019 for our launches. And the most recent being May 3rd on a Grand Voyage launch. We broke another record there. And that comes off of a record first quarter where we had the best first quarter ever. So there's definitely demand. And, a lot of it is being driven post-pandemic. A lot of people lost a lot of good travel years and they're making up for it. And,
Yeah,
one of the, what we're seeing is the vast majority of the new cruisers to us coming from the premium cruise lines.
sure.
And and we used to kind of have to preach to the choir, sort of, talking to travel agents about upselling people from the premium line suites or contemporary suites to luxury. Now it's organic.
Yeah.
The consumer is driving this, and it's a huge opportunity for our trade partners.
No,
So
it sounds like it, especially I was going to ask you, certainly the pandemic had a lot to do with this, where now they can get back after missing 2 years or more, and they can get back on the water and back cruising with you. So that's
right.
one of the things driving them. Do you kind of expect you're still going to see this for your upcoming 25, 26 Voyage collection? Are you planning on setting any more records, or we have to see about that?
Um, I can't talk forward looking, but I can say that, again, our guests look forward to this. And, they are waiting to see where else they can go in the world. And certain itineraries change too. We'll change around an itinerary for a certain popular destination to give people a different spin on it and so forth. So it's a good environment. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Well, you're seeing that trend in higher, your record bookings and everything else. What other trends are you seeing in the luxury travel market today that certainly those trends that affect Regent Seven Seas?
Well, the new ports are definitely one. The longer cruises is definitely a trend. People really coming out of the pandemic are splurging and they're booking. Maybe they did a 12-day in the past. Now they want to do a 20-day, or they did a 30-day. Now they want to do a grand voyage of 61 days. We're seeing a lot of that, a lot of popularity. The other thing is immersion. Destination
Right.
immersion is really one of the key trends that we're seeing, and that's driving that 124 overnight stays.
Right.
We do so many different ways for our guests to experience a region, whether they're new to that region or they've been there many times. Sometimes we'll offer overland tours, so you can get off the ship, go to another destination, really get in depth for 3 or 4 days, and then rejoin the ship at a later time. We have, I'll throw a number at you. We have 3,899 free excursions for people to take advantage of.
Wow.
Um,
Yeah, and I
so
remember
hopefully
way
they
back
can.
when I go back and so do you. when you first introduced that free shore excursion program, and it was a real home
Right.
run, and it's continuing. You've had to add more and more to it, right?
Yeah, we keep adding. We do a lot of different types now. We have behind the design tour, which is architecture, the history of architecture in a given city, for example. We have wellness tours. We have gourmet explorer tours. We have go local tours where you can travel around as if you're a native of that area and really immerse yourself. We've got Eco Connect tours, and I think one of the probably best kept secrets for us is that we offer quite a few free and post land packages in our launches. So in mostly the exotics, we'll be offering a free 2 or 3 night stay either before or after the cruise.
No, that's and that is a great thing, and I think you've done a pioneer in that as well. So you have
Yeah.
all these things that you kind of responded to the market. The high demand in the luxury market. You've done these more destination immersion, more overnights, and of course you're putting out your schedules earlier and earlier, which is what we're talking about right here with the 25-26 Voyage collection. How else are you responding to this?
Well, we're increasing our training for both ourselves and our partners. So we always have to keep our employees and our crew up on the latest techniques, the latest destinations, how we're going to experience these destinations. And we're putting a lot of investment into our trade partners because we want to give them the tools, we want to give them the education, everything they need to take advantage of this groundswell of demand that's coming right now. And of course, obviously, the other component is growing, our capacity. We're growing in capacity to meet the demand. And we're really, really excited that we have the launch of the Seven Seas Grandeur in November of this year.
Yeah, I can't keep track. I was going to ask you the question. How many ships do you have in the fleet right now?
We have 5 currently, and the Grandeur will be the 6th that
Six,
launches
yeah.
in
So and that
November.
is in November. Oh boy, I gotta put that on the calendar because I
You
told.
do?
Well, I
Yeah.
kept thinking, oh, it could be next year. I remember. Sometimes it's amazing how the number of great new ships that have come out in the market, and you guys always put out some great ones. And I gotta set that aside because I know November's coming up pretty quick, right?
Yeah. Well, your save the date's coming out here in the next week or two. So get ready for that.
Okay, I'll just put that on there because so it's great. So now you'll have, you said 6 ships in the market by the end of this year, and so that obviously can help with all these itineraries that you're putting out and all these places you're going to go, right?
That's exactly right. And, the Grandeur is the third in the Explorer class for us, which really was the game changer in the luxury market when the Seven Seas Explorer debuted back in
Sure.
2016, followed by the Splendor and now the Grandeur. So the third in that class. And it's really set the bar higher for luxury cruise ships in the industry and just so successful. So we can't wait to bring her out. And she'll be doing some of those really interesting new, itineraries and so forth. So
Yeah, I can't believe it's the third in the class there. I kind of missed the Splendor because that was launched right around COVID time, if I remember, and it was you launched it and then obviously had everybody pause for a bit. So I didn't that one didn't register. I was on the first ship, the Explorer. Absolutely, it was a beautiful, beautiful ship. Really
yeah,
gorgeous vessel, and
yeah, thank you.
I'm expecting, and I knew Splendor would be the same, and now here with your Grandeur, right, that you're going to have coming out. So it's going to be really interesting to see that, and also see where you go. Now,
Yeah.
let's just go back to the webinar. What can travel advisors expect from this webinar?
Everything they need to sell. So we'll give them all the details of the itineraries. We'll take them through it. We'll give them the highlights, the selling points, and so forth. And it's going to be a live webinar. I'll be speaking. We have some other really good, better experts than me speaking, which will help. And it's tomorrow. Well, it's June 6th, Tuesday, June 6th
Yeah,
at
well,
2 p.m.
this is gonna be appearing that morning. So June 6th, you can sign up for this webinar, get to see Sean and hear all about the amazing itineraries that Regent Seven Seas has put together. So where can they go to sign up for this?
They can go to rssc.com/agent, which is really the travel partner center of our site. So on our main website, they just scroll down to the bottom and click on Travel Partner Center. And from there, they can log in and register for the event.
Okay, so if you see this morning, register for that afternoon. It's 2 p.m. Eastern time, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, right. And if they have any questions, call our sales department. It's 1-866-720-4111.
Fantastic. Now, obviously, it's a great opportunity to learn more about what's going to happen. Already, we're talking about 25, 26. Hard to believe. We haven't got out of 23 yet. But what are some of the other opportunities you have for your trade partners to learn what's new or renewed programs that you have for travel advisors?
Well, you're right. There are many cruises before this new season launch, like 23, for example, and 24, 25. So I would say our main mission is to really make a difference in the trade community. Instead of just talking about Seven Seas grandeur and the bells and whistles of that, we want to really help. We want to be the best partner we can be for the trade. And that means sharing what works for us with our trade partners. So marketing techniques and tools and ROI and sales tips, anything that works for us, we're trying to help with the trade. Mm-hmm. So if you recall, we did that series of webinars a few months ago, right, where we did an exhaustive consumer study globally of our past guests and prospects. And we really dug in with not just demographics and psychographics, but behaviorals. Really, what are they interested in? What are their media buying habits? What products do they purchase? What do they really value? And we shared all that with our agent community, trying to help them prospect better and take advantage of this groundswell in demand. Because some agents would be a little intimidated saying, wow, I don't know if I can sell a luxury product. But if they're prepared, it's no problem. And the customers are so nice. They're so well educated. They're friendly. They want to experience things. They're very, very easy to work with. So that's what we're trying to do. And we're sharing. We even had the department heads in marketing and sales share tips with our trade also. So anything from direct mail to digital marketing, email, social, paid search, and so forth, giving them tips to do that. So we're going to continue to do that for our trade, for the trade partners.
Fantastic. Now, Sean, anything else you want to say to our 118,000 travel advisors out there?
Hello, 118,000. I would say we're excited right now. We have a great summer promotion. Always got to sell a little bit, right? It's called Spring into Summer, and it goes through the end of the month in June, and it offers savings up to 40%, which really helps you, the advisors out there, with that value proposition, because now it's not only all the all-inclusiveness that we bring to the table that our guests love. There are pricing that is very similar to premium or even lower in some cases for a luxury experience. So great opportunity for that. We've got our Memorial Day sale is extended through June 9th, Friday this week, and that adds a 2-category upgrade in addition to the savings. Mm-hmm. So really want to help the trade convert these bookings. We're rewarding them too. We're doing a $200 gift card for bookings for spring into summer. We're doing a 2% bonus commission and our ever popular sell 3, sell free, which everybody loves, because if you sell 3 suites for this promotion for up to 100 sailings into 24, you can sail on one of those sailings. So it's really popular. Again, we think this is a heck of an opportunity for the trade, and we want to help the trade as much as we can. So I've got a fantastic sales team ready and willing to help.
Fantastic. Hey, Sean, you're just not doing enough. I don't know what you can say. So many different programs. I got to get so you can, well, today, for today's program, please go and sign up for today's webinar. You can learn all about 2526, the collection, Voyage collection. And then, as Sean just said, there's a lot of stuff going on at Regent Seven Seas right now that you can take advantage for your clients. And again, Sean, once again, where can they go again to learn all about this?
They go to www.rssc.com/agent.
Fantastic. All right, we'll do that today, and it's great to see you.
All right.
We see each other live a lot, but here first time in Zoom because I happen not to be in the country. What a change. So it's great to see you. I know I'll see you later this summer, so I'm looking forward to that. So
all right,
thank you
Good
once
to see
again
you.
for taking the time to tell us all about that, and we will see you soon.
Okay, take care.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.